everyone, and welcome to our 153rd dev stream. We are here for the next hour or so with the crew to bring the lovely Tenno of the community some Warframe conversations. We'll have things to discuss, things to show, just chill, casual conversations. Some prep.
What number dev stream is this?
Zip a little bit. Yeah. Okay.
153.
Your formal
153.
How does that make you feel?
Oh, this is like that Boyhood movie almost, right? Or we could edit this and just like watch ourselves deteriorate.
like the Linklater movie, like over the course of 8 years.
This is totally a Linklater movie.
Oh, no. Actually, speaking of time passing, a big topic for this stream. No, stop. Sorry. A big topic for this stream is our 8-year anniversary stuff. But before we get to that, I don't know, maybe in someone in chat, maybe this is your first dev stream, even though it's our 153rd? 53rd? Steve's too loud, apparently. That's because you were quiet last time, Steve.
Who's too loud? Me?
You are.
Oh, I'm kind of like eating the mic here.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Nom. Well, we might as well do some intros. My name's Rebecca. I'll be hosting the stream, and to my right is Sheldon.
Oh, yeah, that's me. Hey, I'm Sheldon. Good to see you guys. Thanks for coming to watch us. We can't wait to tell you exciting news from the world of Warframe.
Below?
Me?
Nope.
Hi.
Steve.
Nope. Which one? Below you? Oh, I thought you were going.
Well, how are we doing this? Are we going?
You're going clockwise.
Fine.
Like I'm looking at the.
Okay, Jeff.
Hi, I'm Steve. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in.
Scott, you're next.
No, wait. No, now we got to do Scott.
I'm Scott. Hi.
Hey.
And I guess Jeff then next.
I guess I'm Jeff. Coming
Cool. Welcome, everyone. For the next hour, we'll be giving away 3 platinum prizes. We'll be giving away an Octavia Prime Access, and we'll also be talking about our 8-year anniversary plans, Call of the Tempestarii launch window, and of course, information about the Xbox Series X and S build, which is our next-gen build for Xbox. We'll give you a launch window on that as well. If you're watching for 30 minutes, you can claim, using Twitch Drops 2.0, a Rush Repair drone. So no matter what platform you're on, you can grab one of these for watching today for 30 minutes, and that'll let you instantly claim an armament or component from your wreckage for Railjack. So that'll be good. And right after the stream on all platforms, you'll be able to get 2 Gift of the Lotus alerts, which will give you... One's kind of easy, one's kind of hard. You'll be able to get a built Forma. So right after the stream, you'll be able to grab one of those if you log into the game to play for it on all platforms, and a built Aura Forma. So both of these will be available for you to claim if you hop in game to play. So make sure you get them, because
awesome.
They're coming. Yeah.
I wonder if someone had claimed every Gift of the Lotus, since this is what they would have. Like, what's if you did every post-stream alert or gift from in all the history? What type of like pimp?
Oh, you're just setting her up for some stats.
No, we can think about this. We can solve this.
I want a deep dive,
153 streams. We started doing these, I think, after the 3rd dev stream, and we only used to do one, and it used to always be a catalyst or a reactor, and I would go back and forth. But then we started shifting into Rivens. Then we started shifting into like an Umbra Forma once. So we have a few different things. So
you were that organized on the 3rd stream?
I think we were, because someone brought up the idea of like we should reward players for watching after, and then we did the alerts. But yeah.
What you're saying is we'll never know.
We'll never know.
No. I could go back and watch each stream and see what I said. Is that a good use of my time?
I think you should do that. Yeah,
okay,
I think you definitely.
Great. I have nothing else to do. Stream's canceled. Now, but let's do our first platinum prize. We're going to give away 1,000 plat. And we'll give it to a very lucky viewer watching right now, guys. Someone very lucky. Who's it going to be? You can all see, can't you?
Oh, this is live, so I don't have to be like delayed. Ask Kuro.
_.
Ask Kuro _.
Congratulations, you've won 1,000 platinum. Message us and we'll hook you up after the show. Way to go, Askuro _. That's awesome. All right, well, let's just jump right into
it. Is it Askuro or Askuro?
I think it was.
I'm not sure.
It's fine.
We're moving on from that right now.
Fair enough.
Okay, so we talked about the Gift of the Lotus alert. I saw, as the seasons change, we're getting into spring. Some Tenno will be wondering when they can return to their peak fashion frame form with some Easter themed cosmetics, whether it's the bunny ears, which are available for a limited time, or the spring step ephemera. This will all be coming next week on all platforms, so Tenno can look forward to getting their limited time ears, which we might as well talk about because Jeff's here and he's a tastemaker.
This is his favorite Warframe cosmetic.
Yeah,
I was gonna say because Jeff's here, he's got big ears.
Oh, wow.
There you go. And then so this will
Well,
all be
they're all
back.
concealed with your headphones.
Yes.
Big headphones.
Big headphones.
Exactly.
So next week, starting Wednesday, on all platforms, you'll be able to get this seasonal content. And you can take your screenshots, you can throw on your egg ephemera, whatever you'd like. It'll be there for you, Tenno, to enjoy for the limited time, and only a limited time. But I have to say, we do get a lot of community requests to make the bunny ears permanent, and we say no every time. Is it another
It's
no?
like the Cadbury milk eggs, like people want them all year round, but
That's a great thing. And then when they come around, you're excited, right?
You're excited about them.
Okay. All right. Scarcity breeds
like it.
excitement. Okay.
I like the Cadbury cream egg. That's peak. I want one of those right now.
It all comes
Of
down.
course you do. You gotta wait.
All right. Very cool. We also should mention that if you'd like, you can join our Warframe Discord. You can get the URL in the little banner at the bottom, or you can just do !Discord in chat. And yeah, we, as a reminder for Tenno from our last month's Devstream, we, as a studio, we have no plans to go back to the office until September is the next time we're going to be reevaluating it, which, just as a reminder, means that anything Tennocon 2021 is digital this year. So if you missed that from last stream, that's just a reminder, because we are keeping this distance. This is actually our 1 year anniversary to the day of streaming from home. So
Wild. Is it really?
Wow.
we've been doing this for a year now, guys, and it's been a pretty crazy week. So we have a lot to talk about for the PC side in regards to the update that we did exactly 7 days ago, and we have a lot more to talk about on when console players can expect that. So I have a whole bunch of stuff we can go over. I think from a top level, there's some just broad updates that I'd like to give that are just interesting, I think, for players, and then we can get into some of the top feedback from the update, chit chat about that, and then take a look at some other stuff that we have coming. Sound good?
That sounds awesome. Yeah.
That's good.
Let's do it.
How
You have
awesome.
some stats to show, would you?
I am going right to the stats. Thank you for the segue, Jeff.
Oh, yeah.
You're a
Start with
gem.
stats. I like it.
Well, no, because it's important. Because the patch notes, one of the things that got put in the patch notes that just was there as like a maintenance thing, more or less, was some details about, making the Protea quest Deadlock protocol a bit easier, because what we were seeing is, of the final missions of quest, it had a really high failure rate, and I just wanted to share for players, the changes worked. The quest is now getting completed, significantly more, which is great for players that need to get into the Deadlock protocol, learn about Protea, learn about Parvos Granum, and this was just a fun little, hey, like all those changes we did for a reason, and now people are
Such a beautiful graph. Just
minimalist.
I could look at it for at least a few more minutes.
Okay, would you like to look at this graph for some more minutes? Oh, right. Now, hold on. Before
It's good. This is good. We're just teasing.
we got it's a wrap, right? We're starting with
Yeah.
It's important that people
Set the
finish the
bar low.
quests that we make. Yeah, set the bar low for the stream. There you go. Then it'll just get better and better the rest of it. Yep.
graph the stream.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't make it
That's cool.
easy. We just made it easier. It's still not 100. Easy would be no one fails the final boss fight. And before it was too many fails, and now we're at a better spot, I think. But yeah, so Corpus Proxima Railjack Retrofit launched on PC a week ago. We've had a week of, I think, 6 or 7 hot fixes, probably more to come today. But
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just saying a lot has
It was
changed.
perfect code.
Well, we know that to be true, but what we also know is we changed a lot. And what have you guys thought about people taking a look at the new interiors, the new, the crew, command intrinsic, all this stuff people have been getting real into. So I'm just wondering, broadly, how do you feel?
How I feel.
How do you feel? Do you feel fine?
Yeah, I feel
It was
fine.
a bit hectic. I think we probably owe some thanks to our PC players for helping us test at that scale. which gives us more confidence to go into the kind of do or die cert process for the rest of our platforms, because we have that hotfix freedom on PC. So yeah, we had a lot of complexity. We changed the flow so that dry docks were in relays, and this kind of blew a hole in some of the way our matchmaking and squad management worked. So that required a lot of painful iteration, I think. And some of those hot fixes, I think, were a bit of tense moments here at the studio, trying to solve all those combinations of go back to dry dock at dojo, relay, launch directly from your ship with a client, without, and so on and so forth. So definitely grateful to our patient PC audience who worked through that, and of course our team who actually has been working through and resolving all those issues, as well as changing how the reward structure works, and all those other things that the team did, as well as the huge change with the Plexus and all of that as well, right? And the crew, now we have AI that have to know how to fly the ship and perform repairs for you and stuff. So there's a lot of kind of technical ambition in there, and it was great. It was a great week to kind of shake out those problems, and then off to off to cert, and even on a all new console as well, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is true. The the month of April is going to be very, very exciting for a lot of reasons. And I think, we changed so much with Railjack over the past update and all the hotfixes that have come with it. And there's been a lot of feedback coming in, a lot of feedback that is also just like feature depth. For example, once players got their hands on their Lich as their crewmate, they would like their Lich to be on call as well, which is a feature right now that you can assign a certain crew member the ability to join you on your on-call missions. And we are working on that. So this is just some, quick list of feedback and things that are in
I
progress.
think that came in. I think that's ready to go, probably with Tempestarii, if I'm not mistaken.
See. Well, hopefully. But it is coming. I know, Jeff, there was some questions about, okay, how are we going to let Liches be more than defenders? And I believe it's all anim at this point, like animation.
Yeah, there's just some new content we'll have to make for it to support that.
Yeah, they're huge.
They're huge compared to, like the Warframe scale or the other scale. So we have to kind of create some custom harness setups for them and whatnot.
They're just too big for the harnesses?
They're just too big. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's in the works, so.
Okay. So beyond defender for crew. And then there's just actually some really interesting, because, if you're playing on console, you'll be getting a version of this based on, the iteration that we've done over the past week or so. And then I have another stat, I'm sorry, but...
more stats.
Yeah. We changed so much, and if you want to just one little slice of the changes just in action is the way that battle mods changed. So as you know, we did change tether, and we changed a whole bunch of battle mods, and it's actually really fun to look over time at how everything avionic use in missions before and after Corpus Railjack. So what you can actually see is before the update, the only avionic that got the most, this is tether, right? So tether was up here, and everything else was at the very bottom, as you can see. And then Corpus Proxima launches, people try tether out, it's still 4th place for usage, but then you see Seeker Volley developing this new usage, but not nearly as dominant as tether, because then you have Shatterburst showing up, and then you have Blackout Pulse showing up. So you can see the change in usage just virtually overnight in this case here, just as like a little slice of players trying new things, seeing what feels the best for powers. And our team is looking at this, of course, but I don't know if you guys have any thoughts to add.
Well, one, I'd say this graph is much more interesting. I really
more
like
lines on it.
Yeah, I like all the lines. They're going in all different directions. It's exciting.
If you look at the last quarter of it, though, you can see that Seeker Volley is starting to
creep
pull ahead. Yeah, I think it's quickly becoming a meta.
And how do you feel?
Spam that.
But
how do I feel? Well, obviously we don't want to just replace tether with something different. So.
Yeah.
Well, this is a Devstream. I think every Devstream Scott has to nerf one thing just to get people mad at him enough.
Why do you do that?
My Twitter's been quiet.
Yeah, he needs.
I think it's in his deployment contract. Actually, he has no choice.
Why are you all like
you must nerf.
Why?
Yeah, The diversity has grown. I think that's a really good sign.
That's a
the
good
energy
sign.
economy has changed fundamentally. So now you're looking at things that are going to do wipes, more. So I think that, those aren't really necessarily strong negatives. It looks overall positive, but yeah.
Yeah, I think it's bringing some of the other ones up.
Yeah, that's cool.
I would agree with that.
And then it sets the stage for us to have a really cool Tempestarii quest that's coming soon.
Yes, that is true. That is part of the, the update 30. Call of the Tempestarii. This is coming, I guess the launch window that we could say on all platforms, since we are going to be delivering this at the same time on all platforms. It is April as our launch window, so we're hoping to get everything in players' hands for update 30 very soon. The month of April is knocking on our door right now because it's sneaking up, and a lot is coming with it. We have, of course, for console players, you'll be getting the Railjack Retrofit, the new Railjack, Corpus Proxima, and of course Sevagoth, a new Warframe. We'll take a look at Sevagoth in more detail today. We have one more cosmetic to reveal for Sevagoth, the Alt-Helmet, and actually, we're doing something a little differently this time as well. I'll just jump right into how we're treating the PREX card this time around, because Sevagoth is getting his own quest. So we have this beautiful PREX card done, which our awesome team will share for everyone so that they don't have to just look at this scan of me going up and down. But it is pretty impressive and beautiful.
So that's the NFT, right? That's our.
You can.
Man, I wanted to make an NFT.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sorry.
But
all PREX cards will be coming in the new DE NFT. Okay.
But
Look, I hate that so much. I love it.
It's fine. I'll get over it.
It's cool. It's cool.
I'm over it. But PREX card, we're not doing a Levirian this time. We have a quest as a home for the card. Is that correct, Steve?
That's right. Yep. So we put the effort into Call of Tempestarii, which is a story about kind of this mysterious ancient vessel, and also has a really cool character and some really, really interesting, unique moments in the quest. It's a shorter quest, but we put the energy into that story instead of the Levirian, which I think is a trade-off that I would make again. But here we are, so we're going to put the PREX into the quest itself.
Right. So if you want to earn this to put up in your ship, you'll be able to do so by playing the Call of the Tempestarii quest.
Coming next month.
Coming in April on all
platforms. To all platforms, including even one that has yet to even exist, right?
That's right. The April is also our launch month for the next generation Xbox build of Warframe. That will include Update 30.
Yes.
So if you play on Xbox Series X or S, you will be in April receiving Update 30 and the next gen build. So that is all coming in April.
And if you play on PlayStation 5, I always like to say this stuff where there's something about one platform. We often have something we do on PC that benefits console, or we do performance testing, say on a platform like Switch, which is like a battery operated thing, and those performance optimizations make their way also to our PC audience, and they benefit as well. While working on one of the consoles, one of our engineers discovered that we had like a very bad threading condition inside our memory allocator, and now load times are cut in half on PlayStation 5 with this next build. So they were fast before, and now they're going to be dramatically faster. It's so exciting.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you are a lucky person that has bought a PS5 off a scalper, then you'll be able to get even better load time. I'm not naming any names. That's not an accusation. So it's really cool, and of course this is a transition into a unified build situation on the Microsoft consoles, both this new gen and the one prior, and how that all works in a unified way, a bit similar to how the PlayStation ones work. So yeah, it's exciting. It's all DirectX 12 driven and blah 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 blah. So let's hope it passes cert without any issues.
Yes, it's all targeting April, so we'll keep you posted. Our console community team and the console team have threads that will be going up to give you reference on when to expect what. But indeed, our launch window for everything, Call of the Tempestarii Update 30 on all platforms, is April, and indeed the Xbox Next Gen build will also be part of that for Xbox Tenno. So very exciting, April coming up, and there's actually even more coming in April, as I should.
What?
Yes.
Oh,
so,
no, we didn't discuss this.
There is. In April as well, we will be kicking off. Now, I know it's March 26th now, and Keen Tenno with a calendar memory would say, hey, where's your 8-year anniversary stuff? And because we have been working on so much, the least, from anything from the Corpus Proxima to all of this Call of the Tempestarii stuff we're discussing, we are going to be doing our 8-year anniversary content drop for all things celebration in April. We'll give you exact dates later, but April is the month that will have all things 8-year anniversary. And if you've been playing, you'll know we have a history of re-releasing all of the past year's items. So whether that be the Dex Sybaris, the Dex Furies, the Dex Dakra, the Dex Excalibur skin, the Lizette, the armor, the Syandana, there's a lot. So you'll be getting years worth of stuff in alerts. And then for simply logging in, you'll be getting a brand new skin for Excalibur's partner in crime. It's a co-op game. We needed to make another Dex skin. So Rhino will be receiving this year's anniversary skin. So you can check this out. It's beautiful. Rhino players.
I missed this completely. What?
You missed this?
Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't see. Oh, God.
Yeah. It's very important.
He's hunting PS5s.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it is awesome. So if you don't have any Rhino skins, you're about to get a free one when the 8-year anniversary content launches. And if you've missed any year's worth of content, it will be coming back in alerts over time. So like I said, every Dex item we've ever released will be back in an alert for you. And then simply for logging in, you'll be able to get this very, very sweet Rhino Dex skin. And then, if your buddy plays Excalibur, you can go on a little Dex mission and look cool with your sweet, sweet skin. So this will all be coming in April on all platforms. You can look forward to that, and I actually have an image of it too for people that would like to just be presented with from our marketing team who does
that looks awesome.
The best of asset work.
Wow.
So.
That feels cool.
Yeah, so Rhino is getting a skin. It's been a while since we've done a Rhino skin. It
has been a long time. I was just thinking.
I know. I'm feeling nostalgic now.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, that's perfect 8-year anniversary.
Nice metallic cod piece. It's not subtle at all. Love it.
Hard to miss. Yep.
Yeah.
Warframe, man.
What's Warframe without a cod piece? I say. All right, let's do a platinum prize to celebrate. And Sheldon, you can do your very best.
Oh, this one will be fine. Yeah.
You'll do your very best. Good luck.
This one is Sebas Fasto 97.
I would say Sebas Fasudo 97.
No way that was random.
What do you mean?
Fixed.
Just set that up for him.
No.
All
right.
Prearranged.
So this is our second plat winner of the day. Sebas Fasudo, you won 97. You won 1,000 platinum. Way to go. Sebas Fasudo, I don't know. You did it. Congrats. Message us. We'll hook you up. You got to whisper our Twitch channel, and then we'll hook you up after the show. So way to go. All right. So now that we have shown a Dex Rhino, hey Jeff, I have something else that you sent me that I'd like to show if that's okay.
Yeah, you were kind of caught off guard by
yes.
this was coming up.
We actually
Everyone
surprised
was.
her. It was great. It was for once, Jeff. We surprised
it
her. I love it.
Yeah. We got a work in progress sculpt of our girl Mirage Deluxe.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on here?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. You're showing it, but it's going to be this is the work in progress for the mesh, but it'll be ready for the update 30.
Are you sure?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
like you're
really?
sure it's coming in update 30?
That's so cool.
I'm
yeah,
sure.
That's great then.
Elise is. I feel bad saying this because I'm going to stress her out, but Elise is even trying real hard to get an animation set for her. So, yeah. So kind of a new. I think once we started introducing the animation sets with deluxes, the animators kind of got
excited and yeah.
So
I don't.
That
Yeah,
looks
so,
really.
also,
I
we're
love
trying to
that
get an
one.
animation set.
That looks so cool.
It's such a cool design.
yes, this was actually made by a player, Cleo, who's also a Warframe creator, and they did this fan concept, and we were like, hey, we don't have a Mirage Deluxe, and that's pretty beautiful. Mind if we buy it out? And now here we are, and it's coming. And it's coming.
That's
in
super
update,
beautiful.
It's coming in update 30.
It is.
Next month. Let's do it.
Mirage.
I love it.
If you're a Mirage main, you'll be using. I don't think it has a name yet, but we will give you the name in the near future to hook you up with all things Mirage Deluxe on our latest build, our next update, which is pretty exciting. Mirage gets.
That is cool. Yeah.
I wonder if Mirage will have been the longest between release and deluxing, like the gap between original frame and the release of a deluxe.
No, there's probably longer.
I don't think
The graph will be able.
Yes, we've come up with so many stats for next stream. Like this is just fodder for next month's stream's just going to be like all these
Revenant
lines.
isn't even close. Revenant.
When did
isn't
OG
even...
Zephyr ship? Was she before or after?
Oh,
Mirage?
Zephyr was before Mirage.
That was a long.
That was embarrassing.
So Zephyr would actually probably be the biggest gap. Oh, we lost Scott. He's
again.
We always seem to lose Scott once.
He always has to take a midstream bathroom break. It seems. I think.
He might be.
Like,
Yeah, he just drops. He like Irish goodbyes. Bye.
Yeah, he's like, bye-bye. Don't want to talk to y'all no more. Scott, why'd you leave us? Why don't you tell us a bit about why you left us?
He was bragging about his Wi-Fi that he bought so much.
Yep,
and,
he
and
has.
that's-
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna blame it on the app too. Right? It's
The app.
Must be the app.
$10 billion worth.
Okay, it's your internet, buddy. Give us a break.
Everything else was working. I was sitting there watching myself frozen.
Okay, all right. Fair
How
enough.
was that?
It was good.
It was good
It's
time.
indistinguishable from normal, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I figure we might as well take a look at. So what we're going to do for the rest of the stream, we're going to take a quick look at Sevagoth's Alt-Helmet. Then we're going to take a look at some more quest stuff, and then we'll do some. We have lots and lots of questions from the community, so then we'll just do some Q&A. So if that works for you guys, works for me.
Okay.
All right.
Fantastic.
So when it comes to Sevagoth's Alt-Helmet, which we'll take a look at right now, I'm just loading into the Granum Void. And then I'll, get my idle going. Just going to quickly turn the game down. I think the players are about to get a very loud situation here. All right, so we have Sevagoth. As we know, Sevagoth casts Sevagoth's Shadow, which I've actually customized. I apologize in advance, Jeff, that it's not the default colors. So as players know, they can expect Sevagoth is the headliner Warframe coming in Update 30. And as, you'll be no doubt surprised that alt-helmets are very popular. Fashion frame, very important. So let's take a look at Sevagoth's Alt-Helmet. I think you'll find it very spiky, very piratey. Let's take a closer look.
Get it tighter there. Yeah.
It was cool. Liger. This is again for people who didn't know. Liger designed this Warframe, and they wanted to redesign the Alt-Helmet once the story was kind of written for it to fit the themes of the cover, so.
Oh yeah. So the quest comes out, and then
eye patch.
Yeah, like what were the elements that got redesigned and why, Jeff?
I don't know how much I don't really want to give it away, but there's a bit of a pirate theme with the story, so.
So the old eye patch.
Wanted to be a bit on brand.
On brand to have such a pirate style Alt-Helmet. It has like a long ponytail too. That kind of matches Sevagoth's shawl situation.
Shawl.
Excellent. So this will be part of the Sevagoth collection and the Alt-Helmet as well. And then down the road, it'll be added to Nightwave. So if you're looking to get the Alt-Helmet via Nightwave cred, then you can do that in a future rotation of the Nightwave. But otherwise, he's got his metal eye patch looking very, very slick.
Yeah, I like it. That's awesome.
It's a cool pose.
Yeah, he's very menacing, would be a word I would use to describe Sevagoth.
It looks like he'd be sticky almost. I'm just like, oof.
Pardon me?
Sticky.
Sticky?
Sticky. Looks sticky to me.
I don't understand.
Pointy or like sticky?
Pointy or sticky?
Sticky.
I don't get sticky. No, I
Like
get
just let the material. I just feel like I'm gonna go.
Oh, I see.
ectoplasm.
Yeah, it's gonna be ectoplasm. There you go. That's a great way of putting it. Yeah, you got
All right.
yeah, that's what I meant. God.
Okay.
Because he's a ghost. I get it. Because he's a ghost.
Yeah, it's a ghost. Yeah, that's what Slimers do.
He's ghost-like. All right. Oh, okay. All right. We will jump right into some. I just saw a question that we actually have on the sheet as well, so we might as well just go right into Q&A, and then we can talk a bit more about the quest closer to the end of the stream with some, perhaps some info on an upcoming character. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Indeed.
That's right.
Isn't that right?
That's right.
Awesome. All right, let's jump right into some of the more popular feedback items from the update. Now, some of this feedback even came from console players, just I think from whether they were watching someone on YouTube talk about it or maybe their friend plays on PC. So we do have like a group of feedback from people that have certainly played and given us their 2 cents, and then just like general console thoughts. So I think some questions come down to, when we were going with Corpus Proxima, and we were like, we're going to bring core Warframe into this, so we bring volatile new mission type, Orphix, and then defense and exterminate. Some people are wondering if it's possible, or are we planning to let players stay outside the ship and do Railjack objectives while the main mission is going on? So, Railjack, core, Railjack, or Railjack and core at the same time for some of these missions.
That's not currently planned. Basically, AI counts becomes the biggest hurdle with that, because if you basically have 2 massive game modes kind of running simultaneously, you have to keep the AI count to something usable. And if you divide up the squad too much, then you end up with too few AI to do some of the core modes, and also too few AI outside. And then it would get even worse if, say, like 2 guys went inside to do core Warframe, 2 guys stayed outside, and then the 4th guy went and did a POI. That would basically be winding up another set of AI. So it's too much kind of going on at once. So we had the idea of basically cutting it off when you enter the capital ship.
Yep, it makes sense for the game to work and run, but I think some players are wondering if we'll see other mission types come in, spy.
Yes, 100%. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Without giving things away, yes.
Yes, spy is coming, and I think
Yes.
one thing that we've kind of talked about is assassination is coming as well as part of the Corpus Lich changes.
Yeah.
So
and I think the guys are, there's a lot of duplication in the star chart right now with the defense and exterminate and even the volatile. And they're looking at winding up new modes to kind of remove the duplication in the star chart.
Yeah, I would say just based on what players are saying, they wouldn't mind seeing the defense duplications be cut for.
Well, yeah, we would too. It's a matter of development time and making sure that we get it all done. As a prototype, I think they had every core Warframe mode working with this setup. So you would play the intro in the Railjack and then into the core mode. At one point, that was all working for every mode. As we've developed it further and finalized, some of the modes obviously fallen behind and don't work anymore, but they're going back and fixing up some of those. So there will be some new ones added in.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well, that will be something to look forward to for Tedo that we're asking about that. I think that was probably one of the more, the most broad popular concepts and discussions in the feedback areas where mission type choices.
And I agree with that too. Yeah.
Another one we have, and this is because I've seen some contradictory threads, so it's not, I wouldn't say it's, easy to say what side of the community thinks what, but it's more popular that the rank 10 gunner people are still avoiding doing. But I saw one thread that was like, it's actually if you can use rank 9 and the reload, the heat accretion, but any plans on revisiting the drawback for gunnery rank 10 in terms of the heat accretion rate?
Yeah, there's always room to look at reevaluate things. If people have tried the rank 10, it is pretty much auto aim now.
Right.
So giving you auto aim for free the whole time. Yes, I understand they're grind to get there, but it basically takes all skill out of the aiming side of things. So I kind of really felt there needed to be a little bit of downside. Again, rank 9 helps offset that a bit. And then the fact that you have to aim to kind of engage it makes it so you can decide whether or not you want to use it or not. So I'm not against revisiting, but currently I'd like to keep it. But again, no reason why we can't revisit it down the road and have a look.
I just saw someone in chat saying, "Oh, please, artillery while pilot," and I think a lot of people for the.
I've seen a lot of it.
Yeah.
I've seen people really want that as well. Playing a lot of solo lately, working on the quest. It's pretty funny. To kill the cruise ships, you have to jump on your super weapon, and I keep forgetting to tell my AI pilot to stop piloting the ship. So I do the whole mission flying, and then I'm like, okay, I got to kill the cruise ship, jump off, and by the time I get on the gun, the pilot has taken me away. So that's also something we need to fix, but it would be nice.
We could just add friendly fire. Like your pilot starts moving, you just go behind him. Nothing personal, pilot.
I'll make you pay for that mistake.
Yeah.
I thought I made you rank 5. And then
exactly.
Excellent. Very good.
If the Lich was flying, he wouldn't made that choice. Be a different choice.
No chance.
You'd be ramming it.
Yeah, the Lich is just aggro right into the
ramming speed.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the downside about adding the super gun to the pilot would be then everything kind of exists on the pilot station.
Right.
And it basically allows solo players to jump on the pilot and only ever the pilot, which I'm not sure I really want to go down that road. So
yeah, it would be nice to have the crew be able to use forward artillery or vice versa.
I agree with you.
Yeah. So one of those things, I think, we'll develop these features over time as we're playing with them. But I'm going to actually throw it back up over to Sheldon now. Sheldon, you're looking a little too quiet up there. I'm coming over to you.
What did I made a mistake. Yeah.
You didn't make a mistake, but
okay.
We'll talk Evergreen Rewards and everything in terms of Railjack. Oh, wow. What a time for his internet to cut out. Is that not great? Hello?
Did my internet just cut out?
You froze, but you're back now.
What?
Yeah, so
that didn't work?
No.
Escape. I thought that was going to work.
You should have held the hose longer, Sheldon.
Yeah.
It's funny. Right. So when we're looking for rewards for Railjack, we have our pool of usual, the credit rewards at end of mission seems to be great. Lots of people are raking in the credits. And then you got your relics and your endo and then everything else that's in there. But when it comes to just broader rewards or any changes, do you have anything planned right now? Any tweaks that you would like to see, even at a discussion level?
Well, I mean, we talked about this already before, but we haven't. It just, we're waiting for Void Storms to go in because we're obviously unbolting stuff, which is great. I think that's a really nice set of rewards. We're looking at, obviously there has to be a way to get Sevagoth. So that's stuff. That's not Evergreen. That's not talking about Evergreen rewards. That's talking about just stuff that's going to go in regardless. We've had a few discussions, but nothing's been I don't want to really dig up our, I don't want to promise something that we're not going to deliver on, but we have some really cool ideas, I think, for Evergreen, other Evergreen rewards that have to do around mods and things like that. But like I said, I really don't want to say that until we come, until we're there.
Yeah, it does seem like, just from experience, and even the last Devstream we talked about this, hey, are we going to change the rewards for the Steel Path honors for Teshin? And it's we got to go two directions. We do a NPC token system. So you have, we keep using Riven Slivers as well. So people go visit a Paladino in Iron Wake, and then you got your Teshin for your, with your Steel Path. And it's sometimes I get the feeling that players like having NPCs having a purpose like that. Ticker has really started to shine this year with the, star days being time limited, but now with the crew, you get to visit all these characters we've built to sort of cash in your token system, more or less. But I'm not sure.
It's nice to have a blend, I think, right? It's some of the things as tokens is really cool, but then Rivens are awesome with the slivers because then you have more of a systemic way. So yeah. I think it's kind of balancing those two, and hopefully the next one is more on the systemic side and less on the token side.
Right. And then I think one other thing to keep in mind, which the stream doesn't have a ton to go into, but just that, yes, Corpus Liches are going to be a huge part of the reward loop for even regular Liches.
Good point.
So, absent of, I guess in many ways, the journey to get all your, if you want to do a complete Lich collection with the new briefcase weapons and everything and the ephemeras, the Corpus Lich reward system will be a big part of the Railjack experience as well. So lots coming there. But yeah, it's interesting. Good to know. Maybe once we know more, we'll be able to write something up or something, you know?
Mm-hmm. Graphs and everything.
You mean it?
Yeah, for sure.
You shouldn't have. All right. So we have a question about hosting changes for Railjack. So I don't know if Steve, you might be a good fit for this one, but with the way all the matchmaking changed, you can't force yourself to be host anymore. So if you know you've got like the best Railjack in the system and you want to host, right now you can't force that anymore. I know this code has gone through revision after revision just to make it more accessible, but some people do desire the host option to come back. I'm not sure. Stevie?
Yeah, I think there's also a problem right now where a migration will make someone who's not very good at a host be eligible when they shouldn't. So there's also something there that we're looking into. Yeah, I mean, we've resisted that because of the architecture of the game. I think we've been reluctant to do that, but I'll make a note and I'll sort of dig around a bit and see.
Yeah, I think the trick is we had it with Railjack.
We did, and we've resisted it everywhere else, though, right?
See.
So there might be some metrics that are failing us there that are better in the ground missions. So we'll make a note. It is definitely something that is, yeah. How do you say that? We don't really like the situation. Just opening it up to say yes, no can create other problems for us. So we're not quite sure that that's.
Oh, this is awfully convenient.
Yeah, I know.
We lost
I guess his internet sucks.
He was kind of bragging about
his upgrades.
To be fair, he's bragged about his internet a little bit as well. I've seen a few. I've been experienced a few of those. I got the new Wi-Fi.
Didn't he follow Scott's path though? I thought he
did. Actually, that's what happened. He got what Scott got, and now he's stuck forever.
Steve got claimed by this. The soul encryptor has encrypted his soul. It's the only way to save him. We have to everyone do some 0011100011110 in chat, or
I love that he's locked. That's Steve's shadow. Steve, and then there's Steve's shadow. That's Steve's shadow right there.
Poor Steve, we lost him. Anyway, I believe what he was meaning to say was, we'll look at it. So I guess we'll just do our best.
Yes, that's where he was going.
Yeah, we'll.
He's just gonna hang out there for a while. I think.
Yeah, support.
You know what's funny is when we started our little pre-roll, Jeff was the person who was having internet problems, and he's had nothing yet.
I think Steve has hard crashed. He just dropped from my PC as well.
Oh wow. Okay.
Discord's like not nice to your computer.
He was talking about the.
All right. Well, you know what? We could roll. Do we have another platinum? Please pick a good one.
Yeah, I can do some fun things. We can just do full screen of Steve on his frozen face if we want.
That would be amazing.
There we go. Oh no, it didn't work. We lost him. Okay. Well, we'll see. I'll do a platinum prize real quick.
Okay. I can't see it though now because you're in your. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I can. All right, so we'll as we wait for Steve to get back, which is actually really important for the end of the stream. If not,
we need him back. All right, it's Caracasdac.
There's no S in there.
Well, okay.
It's a silent K.
Yes.
Caracadac, you have won 1,000 platinum. Congratulations, Caracadac.
I actually like that.
Caracadac.
Yeah, Caracadac. That's like a onomatopoeia.
Yeah? Is it?
Yeah.
What in the world makes this sound?
Caracadac.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. That's what the Krakataka shoots. Krakataks.
You're back. Hi, Steve.
Oh, there he is.
Hi.
Guess who bought? Scott recommended.
It's fine.
Man.
It's fine.
It's the anti-product placement. We'll put the ad for it after.
We'll be putting a sponsorship link in before the end of the stream.
Leave Scott alone. Except me. I'm going to ask you. I'm asking you.
I think we're just a few firmware updates behind greatness.
Oh, right.
Anyway, I mean, that was apropos for a discussion about host migration and hosting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, we have a question about, are we ever going to let pilot or people with Railjacks decide between what side gunner gets what gun? Right now, there's one side gun assigned to both in the gunner position. Will we ever allow a Railjack to carry 3 armaments insofar as the pilot has one, side gunner dorsal, and then ventral each have separate guns?
In my perfect world, one of the things that fell off the table with the Railjack rework was the artillery position was also going to get regular turret functionality. So I think when we get around to actually doing that, I'd like to allow you to equip per station gun selection. So yes, I'd love that a lot. Times 2.
Very cool. Here's
That was an easy one. Can I have more like that?
Yeah.
Frequent lives in Steve again.
No, that's a better one.
Man.
Oh no!
Oh my god! Oh, he's back.
No, there he is.
Oh no, he is texting me, so I do have eyes on him if he would like to say anything. All right, we have a question about how the Void Storms are going to work, Sheldon. Is there a chance that we can open 1 relic per player in Void Storms? I've accumulated more relics than I can open in a reasonable amount of time, and it would be nice to speed up the relic opening process.
They want to open more relics in a mission. Is that what you're saying, or just should they all be able to,
at one time?
go?
Yeah, which is a bit tricky because like the balance for us is, hey, this is Prime Access is our free to play sort of like system, but
I don't think you're going to be able to get to do more than one. But sorry,
if they select only one reward, so they're basically burning multiple relics to get one reward. If you only let them select one thing, then you could let them crack multiple. It wouldn't be the end of the world.
Currently, the UI is just.
Yeah, the UI would be an issue. Pablo would hate me for even stating this, probably.
Yeah, Pablo and I will be over later, Scott.
So that's good.
Okay.
Good.
All right.
That's an interesting question.
I think that might be a future thing.
Yeah,
I don't think
totally.
that. I wouldn't expect that for U30. So.
No. All right, very cool. We also have some questions about. This is from Ilya Elf. And sorry, I haven't been reading the names up till now because a lot of them came in from multiple users. But hi, DE. Sincere question that matters quite a lot to me. Will you ever consider taking another look at, spoiler, operators to make them more of an integral part of the game? I want them to matter more. At the end of the day, we are the, spoiler, operators, not the Warframes. Any comments? Is there something you know that we don't, Steve? Perhaps a little.
I think my Wi-Fi is going to give out again.
Interesting.
I think that's a great question, and I think if you're following the much delayed story of Warframe that we're working on, then it will probably address those fears or those concerns.
Right. All right. We do see some questions as well from players just asking about the role of Railjack. And I believe on a past dev stream, we kind of said we want Railjack missions to be, X% Railjack and then X% core Warframe combined. And if you play the Grineer Proxima regions, you get a lot of Railjack and on-foot objectives overlap with the points of interest and the radiators. And if you play the Corpus ones, you can kind of get branching Railjack content if you want to do the side objectives, if you want to split between points of interest, and then as a group, you go do your Railjack mission. But players want to know if we are sort of on board with a preference between the two types and how we see future content getting developed if we had to sort of combine or choose a path for the future Railjack content.
Personally, I think there's room for both. I don't have a huge preference. I think for players that want the bigger, longer experience, then I think we have some stuff for you to play, and I think we should expand a little bit on that. And same with the current Corpus setup.
I can see that. I think it's one of those situations where I feel kind of guilty because I have like insider info, but I think once we deliver a Railjack quest, it'll all just feel like, oh, this is a part of the Railjack experience to have that full Railjack quest content is going to, with Call of the Tempestarii, is, once you get that deeper story experience out on your Railjack, I think it just like you absorb the feeling a bit more of it all rather, than anything else, which we'll talk a bit more about at the end of the stream, but not quite yet, I'm afraid.
Not quite yet.
Not quite yet.
We're not ready to absorb the feeling yet.
Actually,
Yeah,
maybe we
absorb
are. Maybe we can
Yeah?
absorb. I'm just not as comfortable.
Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, the bumpy week, I think, with some of the transition issues or like stuck in the loading tunnel issues, I think certainly makes that experience feel a lot less polished than it ought to be. I think the game is experimental, and some things, take a while we have to sort of let the paint dry and kind of see where this lands. Is kind of my thought about it. I'm excited to see the game coalesce and be more a mix and match of, if you're interested in this today, go do that. If you're not, then go do some spearfishing, and having that diversity is difficult for us to manage, but I think is an interesting part of what makes the game more unique. So yeah, I don't know. I agree with Scott that there's a place for it, and I think ideally you can advance and make progress, and when you come to Warframe, you can just sort of decide what you're feeling like today. But I do, Scott and I have been talking a little bit about the session management and the commitment, and Railjack with the shared ship, and a lot of changes help that a ton. But it is kind of more, it's more like putting a party together, and really, you're committing to a longer stretch of time, and it's harder to have a bite-sized session in that mode of play, because there's a lot more pressure on group cohesion, which as designers is very interesting and attractive, and as players can lead to a lot of increases in the feeling of friction when you're playing it that way. So
No.
Well, I just saw people asking about quests, and they're like, is the quest co-op? And generally our quests are single player, because kind of
right.
for those same reasons, right? It's like you don't want that pressure, so it's balancing those two things is tricky.
Yeah, and I think
Yep.
you said something really that I clicked when you said, some experimental things. And we have a question from Plastic Ninja Guy. I don't know how many people have asked this, but are there any plans of Scarlet Spear returning? I feel like I mustn't be alone when I say I really enjoyed the core gameplay and scale of that event. And Steve, I know you're no longer collected to Parsec, but because I'm on the dev build, I'm able to hop in to the Scarlet Spear relay. And I kind of agree. I think when you're talking about, this was our first update and working from home. It was our most experimental tech to date, I think, with the uplink. But I think a lot of people would like, and it's not even just, it coming back, and I'm not making any commitment, and I'd rather just discuss than, anything. But having it come back might be good to set up some narrative stakes. Who is this fellow that's staring down? Maybe players don't even recognize him that would need to get to see the scale of Scarlet Spear. And, chat can definitely be a thermometer into all things Scarlet Spear, but yeah, I don't know. This is something that
I'd like to see it come back. I'd like to see if we can give it a little bit of update, which would be nice. I think, we've learned a few things and the game's moved on a little bit from it. So so a little bit of updating, I think, is warranted. But I'd like to see the structure come back, because I think that there was interest in there, and I think it was interesting.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
seems like 95% yes is what I'm seeing in chat.
Yeah, I think the game's, it's a long running game, and do we grow? I mean, I say this all the time. It's like my excuse making, but are we growing vertically or are we growing horizontally? And the horizontal growth of something like Railjack has been a real mixed bag for the technical ask of our team, which really isn't big in comparison to potentially our other competitors or other products that have our audience size. So that has been it's something that keeps me up at night anyway. And where do we go next with it? Or like Scott was saying, blend in more of the core, blur those lines. Years in the future, it would be fantastic if there really wasn't, the distinction of being on your orbiter and then a session and then you fly and then you're there. Like the distinction between those things would be fantastic to unify all those things and feel like you're taking a ship into space and then you're landing and you're playing on some planes somewhere and there's all this kind of state and hard blocks between them. But again, these are all like really technically risky things that we've been doing. Like Railjack when it sings is kind of it's kind of crazy how it all works, right? That you're flying around, you're leaping off, you're in space, you're blowing up ships, you're landing on a base that's floating above some planet. Inside is a real, functional game and game mode and on-foot gameplay, just like anywhere else. And then you leap back on and teleport onto your ship and fly off. And there's a capital ship, and then there's a whole, classic 2018 era Corpus level inside. So while potentially there's other stuff going on outside. So there's a lot of really fantastic things there, but making predictions about its future is tricky, other than wanting to unify it even more.
Right.
But yeah, the hosting situation, some of the matchmaking difficulties, these are things that there's like one or two people at the company that have to bear the brunt of most of that. So yeah, we got to be. We're hiring.
We're hiring.
We're hiring.
We are. I always
send your resume.
If you're watching and you're like, hey, I know.
We want to. The game has grown a lot, and the team is not really.
Yeah.
I think is the honest truth of it. So.
Well, I think.
What's this Devstream number? What are we on? 138?
153.
153. Yeah. So send your resume attention, Devstream 153.
Excellent. I think, like Scarlet Spear and it also has like the stakes of the world feel pretty great. If you look at it, again, you're like, okay, here's what's happening. Here's who the characters are. And when it comes to characters, we know that Call of the Tempestarii will bring Sevagoth via a quest, but we're also, dipping our toe into one or two teases with the let's say nemesis of the quest, so to speak. And Steve, I don't know if there's something, or even Jeff, before I show a little video here introducing a certain someone, before I do that, anything you want to say to set it up?
Yeah, I think this kind of this quest is a pretty cool kind of sneaky segue into the update to kind of follow it with the Corpus Liches. And yeah, I think just as the quest kind of developed and even just the gameplay structure of it, we realized this certain character was kind of becoming more and more important to the story. And I think even just kind of pivoted a bit on how we want to present the Liches. So we're kind of doing some last minute changes to try and give some more context and some more world building. I think will really help kind of the stakes of the Liches and the relationship.
All right. I'm going to mute you guys and just take a full screen takeover of something to look forward to. Here we go.
My parsec link is dead.
All right, so we have Vala coming with Call of the Tempestarii. That was your first look at Vala, and maybe your first listen at something that will be part of the update as well. So your eyes and ears were glued. You could take a look at Vala.
Yep, she's the captain of the Corpus vessel on a personal mission to find the Tempestarii. So an integral character in the Call of Tempestarii, obviously.
Yep. Steve said it was a small quest, but I think it's got a pretty good punch.
It's small, but it packs a punch for sure. It's gonna be awesome.
Pretty good.
All right, let's give away. I think how many platinum prizes did we do?
We did 3. We did 3, and then we just have to give away
Octavia.
Yeah, Octavia.
Sheldon really wants the AS attempt again.
No. I'm gonna try something new. I've got a new plan for this one. Yeah, I don't know what it is. No,
it's rolling. Godspeed, it's rolling.
What could it be? What could it be? Yeah, Zurixa.
Oh,
Octavia Prime
job.
Access.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, you won. You're Zurixa. What a auspicious name. Good job.
Zurixa has won an Octavia Prime Access. Congratulations to Zurixa. You did it. You won yourself some sweet Octavia Prime Access. We'll hook you up. You got to whisper our channel, and we will hook you up with your grand prize for watching. So congrats to you. Everyone should be able to get their drops. All platforms have launched their Gift of the Lotus alerts as of right now. So if you want to get your built Forma and your built Aura Forma, log into Warframe on your platform of choice. And of course, I think we can start sort of winding down now. We did some broad coverage of some of the more... Oh, actually, we have a couple more questions. Sorry. But yeah, so I'll drop that music now. If you go to our YouTube channel, you can get the beautiful version of that video without us, around it. So our YouTube channel will have the little teaser there. And whatever that music was, you'll find more of in the quest. But before we go, just a couple more questions for Railjack, and then we can, start our Friday afternoons. Sound good? Oh, my Warframe app just went off, and it's saying there's an alert. Very exciting. That's the Gift of the Lotus alert. Sweet, it worked.
Excited about the app. It's good.
Yeah, sorry. One of the questions I forgot to bring up was just about the Plexus and Affinity. So I know we've talked about this a lot internally.
Oh, I knew you were going to bring this up.
Here we go.
You've been grinding this axe just for...
It's not an axe.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
A conversation. It's no axe.
No, this is the axe. Here it comes.
It's an axe of love.
Where's my button?
Oh, to disconnect.
Disconnect.
No, the Plexus, you bring it into your Railjack missions, and it's a tricky situation because if you want to max your Plexus, sit in where the place that it works, which is your pilot seat or your gunner seat, and then you're feeding your affinity to the Plexus, and that's the optimal way, and in fact only way to level it. And then the rest of the time you're getting your shared XP and doing everything else. But some players, specifically those who had like the pre-rework affinity relationship, which was you can sit on the Railjack with your operator, get your shared affinity there, rank up your stuff, want that back, but things have changed. So I'm not sure where you're currently sitting at in terms of the affinity share relationship across the board.
Things have changed.
Yes.
I'm only here so I don't get fined.
Okay. That's fine. Hey, I'm just I'm a chatterbox.
We've been going over this. Like a Warframe kill is given directly to your Warframe, all the XP. It's not shared between your gear. I feel the Plexus is the same thing. So when you kill on your turret or your pilot, your Plexus absorbs that XP. When someone else kills on a turret, that XP is shared and then is divided amongst all of your gear.
Yes.
So that's how it currently works.
Right. And we'll just... And
that's where I think it's going to stay for a while.
Fine with me. I think definitive answers can stop people from speculating, so I'm good with that.
Yep.
All right. So that actually does sort of wrap up all things stream, unless there's anything you guys wanted to chat about. Any snipes from Twitch chat that you'd like to...
I just want to say there's been some videos of some really high level groups playing the new content, farming it and playing different missions. And watching those groups coordinate and play the game that we've created is really inspiring. They're playing it how we envisioned it, and I think it's amazing. Like I got sent a few videos over Twitter and stuff saying, this is what people are doing, and I was just like, wow, this is really great. They're really coordinated. They're all really high level. They have their gear set up, and I was inspired. I think it was great.
I agree.
Yeah, it was funny when you sent that. I was like, oh God, what did we do? Did it, like Scott sending me videos like, look at this group, what they're doing, and I'm like, oh shit, there's like a exploit here, and then it's like, no, look how good they are. Like that was really cool.
It's really they're really really good. In that video, also, it does demonstrate that there is a bug with stuff that we are looking at, but I don't know how we're addressing it. So
yeah, it is on the Trello board. So there's 2 points of interest that fire off the reward script 7 times. Yep. So there's only in the whole Railjack game, 2 of them do this. So it is a bug.
Should be fixed.
Yeah. So
it is fixed now?
I believe it is fixed.
It only affects 2 things. So like you're still getting credits. You're still getting a whole bunch of...
Yeah, there's just a few things that you're not going to get a ton of the duplicates over and over. But
Yes.
watching them play it was just like, wow, this is great. It's like watching a really high level, skilled person go through the normal game. You know, watching someone flow through the game and destroy a level is just like, wow, look what we've created.
Flow state, yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like players are kind of getting there with the Railjack stuff, and a really highly coordinated co-op group. Watching them go through it is really, really awesome.
Mm.
Yeah, we'll keep adding
It's
to
great.
it to keep the coordination alive. It's
And it's
it is a
all
bit
coming
of,
to console players
gonna
with
say, yes.
P30. Everybody's getting it. Everybody's getting it real soon.
Sevagoth and Vala's going to be there.
excellent. People are saying, "Watch me, Scott."
Sisters below, you know, like there'll be.
Hey, if you got great videos, I'm all ears. Hit me up on Twitter. I'd love to see them.
It's fantastic.
All right, we will say our goodbyes then. Thank you very much for your time today, Tenno. This is our wrapping up of all things Devstream. We went over some Update 30 things. April is the month of Update 30 on all platforms, and Sevagoth and, of course, Vala will be waiting for you in the Corpus Proxima with many, many stories to tell, perhaps. And, guys, say your bye-bye.
Yeah. See you guys.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for playing. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for
Bye.
watching.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
See you guys.